Okay, so the artist of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex's manga recently kind of shocked some people with what he basically legitimized and canonized, essentially bringing 2 new characters into the Boruto verse and making them actually official characters, which is very reminiscent of what recently happened with Bleach, the whole Mirror's High situation, how there was a bunch of new characters that were introduced into the story. It's really weird, very strange, but yeah, quite a few things have been going on in the world of Boruto, including another big announcement in case you missed it. But well, that universe in particular, we'll get into it. But we also got some other updates in the world of anime and manga, including one major announcement that basically had to be reneged because essentially it was not supposed to be announced about a big anime getting a new season. Things is finally looking up in the world of Demon Slayer after feeling like we've had a drought for ages, and the world of Fairy Tail continues to shine brighter than ever because yeah, Fairy Tail, we got some great news about the return of the series, and truly believe Hiro Mashima has a plan. So without further ado, let's jump into another exciting episode of Forever News. Let's do this thing, shall we? And before we continue, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell to get all notifications. I got you covered in the world of anime and manga. Subscribe, hit them buttons, check the channel regularly for new uploads because yeah, we got shorts, we got the Forever News, we got all sorts of stuff. Hit the buttons. Okay, yes, people, with the latest release of the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex manga, chapter 36, that magazine housed a couple of different big announcements for Boruto. For starters, well, something that we did cover, but we didn't go really in depth about it regarding Boruto 2 Blue Vortex going on break, and that is just like, oh my gosh, because if you read 2 Blue Vortex chapter 36, which for the most part in the spoiler video that I released, if you kind of want a little bit of my reaction at the very least to that chapter, we basically went in depth on everything that happened, and honestly it was just a massive crazy chapter with, spoiler alert, something that really I didn't get to expound upon. Seems as though Amado now has, or at the very least, I don't know if he's always had it or because of what he did with the whole thing with Koji and the update. Looks like when Koji gets updates now, Amado is getting the updates as well. So now Amado basically, if he didn't have the 10 paths ability before, now it looks like he probably does, and that was a very subtle thing that if you missed it, you missed it. But yeah, Amado is basically being able to see the future at this point as well. Just a bit of a spoiler for you guys. But yeah, that massive chapter also brought forth the news that Boruto 2 Blue Vortex quietly goes on hiatus ahead of its 3-year anniversary. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex returned this month with chapter 36, and while the installment featured major developments, it also quietly announced an immediate hiatus. The Boruto sequel has consistently released new chapters every month since its debut in August 23, reaching a total of 36 chapters. The manga has never taken a break before, a pattern that was expected given its monthly serialization schedule, which already provides the creators more time than a weekly release. Even so, releasing a new chapter every month for the past 3 years is still demanding, and the author certainly deserves the break. I want to say the last time Boruto actually had like a big break was back in part 1. It was, what was it, like a summertime or something, where it went on break for a few months, and I remember it was a really big bummer and most of us were very, very disappointed. But looks like that thing is done, and this is just maybe a one and done break. You know, things is in the balance, there's just so many things going down, and then it's like, oh, I mean, Boruto fans are gonna wait regardless. Like, I think they said it'll be back the 18th of September, so it's just a month break. Thankfully it's not like the last time where it went for 2 or 3 months no Boruto. That was a rough time. So yeah, it's like great chapter, then some unfortunate news of a break, and then some very, very interesting news regarding something that the artist of Boruto has done, because over the last few years there's been this contest thing where essentially fans can enter and kind of create their own original designs of Boruto characters, and if they get selected, these characters could get redrawn essentially from Ikamoto's art style, and at the same time essentially they kind of get commentary from Ikamoto and they get somewhat canonized. Basically they're officially a part of the Borutoverse. And again, this very reminiscently reminds me and mirrors the situation of Bleach Mirror's High, where we got like a couple of new characters. What was it, 2 to 5 new characters? Like there was a bunch of new characters that was recently introduced into the Bleach universe via that game, and while technically it's not like in the serialized story that they were introduced, nevertheless they're still canonical to the story moving forward. And it looks like this is potentially the same case of what's happening. And there was like a bunch of entries. I'll be honest with you, I want to say there was like 15 extra entries besides the 2 that were selected that we're about to get into here in a second. Each one of them has a whole bunch of information and a comment from the creator. I ain't got that type of time, and I'm sure you don't want to sit here and spend like the next 3 hours just hearing me talk about fan entries. But these 2 in particular, again, the ones that were redrawn by Ikamoto, redone by Ikamoto, and introduced into the canon lore of Boruto, are the ones we're going to talk about. Let's take a look. Bolster 2 new star ninjas are born. Excellent works selected by Professor Ikamoto are also revealed. Draw your own original ninja and take on the challenge. Boruto Star Ninja Selection Meeting, or Boru Star for short, will be announcing the 2 winners of this year's Star Ninja competition along with illustrations drawn by Mr. Ikamoto. 2 new Star Ninja have been born. The ninja selected this time is posted by Tomo-san, ninja named Takuto, and it's essentially a ninja that is like drawn in with a whole bunch of detail on the side of it, but it kind of looks like Boruto with, I want to say, was it from ReZero Subaru, like that type of tuxedo outfit, something. And then it has a, oh, that's interesting, on the back it has a song note, but like with like 3 stripes, so it's like a 3 song note, 3 musical note type of deal. Oh, interesting. Born into a famous musical family, he received an elite education and was considered a promising musician. After witnessing the exploits of ninja, he eventually aspired to become one himself, defying his parents' objections to becoming both a ninja and a musician. He has almost no talent for ninjutsu, physical combat, or illusion. The only thing he has mastered is summoning. Again, mind you, this was fan made, but it is interesting. For some reason, it's reminding me of this one Shonen Jump series that kind of got canceled early on, but it was really good, where dude was like in a music-based family and all of his family were like considered successful musicians, and he was the one that was still like coming up and he had to battle them. Like, it was a really sick manga. Forget the name, I'll insert it if I remember it when I'm, you know, in the process of editing this thing. Yes, I'm still hands-on with my editing, you know what I'm saying? Let me breathe, let me do my thing. Jutsu name: Bird Song Chorus, Bird Flock Conductor. He uses small birds that he befriended while practicing singing and playing instruments in the forest. From a safe distance, such as a building or tree, he waves his arms like a conductor, and the birds act according to his instructions. He makes the birds sing in chorus using diverse melodies to cast various sound jutsu. He can also create noise with the chirping of large flocks of birds to sabotage operations. He uses the birds to understand building structures and personal deployment, and to gather information through conversations, among other diverse espionage activities. And to go back to the previous point of the description of this character, again, the fact that he wanted to do both. He wanted to be a ninja, and at the same time he wanted to do music, and that was defying his parents' objections to becoming both. One of the major things that always stood out to me, for example, like a conversation that I had with my mom a while back, you know, this is a long time ago, regarding me wanting to do my music and this whole YouTube scenario. Kind of even had the same conversation with my best friend. You have a mindset for a while, especially the way society be trying to structure things of like, you gotta be either the musician, the YouTuber, the carpenter, whatever. You gotta pick one. And it's like, you could do both. You could do both. You could do your, you know what I'm saying? For example, this scenario right here, you can be a ninja and you could be a musician. You could be a YouTuber and be a musician. You can be a carpenter and a preacher. Like, you can be anything you want to be in this world. Just put in the work, put in the efforts. You don't have to be one thing. What society tries to pin you, the box that they try to put you in, no, you don't have to follow that. You can do both. And the more you fight against your nature, your primal instinct of wanting to do, like, maybe you have these hobbies over here, but you also have these hobbies over here, and you keep trying to block out those other hobbies, the more it's gonna grow in you, and eventually those other hobbies are gonna come bursting through the door of like, yo dog, you can't keep away your passions forever. Like, it just is what it is, and don't be embarrassed about it. I know I kind of went on a little bit of spiel, but this character really inspired that, so shout out to the fan that made this. And here's the illustration drawn by Mr. Ikamoto himself, and I ain't gonna lie, it looks awesome. It looks like a younger Boruto in a way. Again, that's just the art style, of course, from Ikamoto. And with the birds, being able to talk to the birds. And of course, again, that Subaru-esque ReZero type of jacket. I don't know, looks fire. And the comment from Ikamoto. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary tailcoat, but the subtle bird motifs incorporated throughout are really nice. It's not overly elaborate, just right. He seems to be good at espionage and covert operations using birds, but if he also used bombs and poisons, he could become a formidable force. Then, the second winner of this whole thing, posted by Mina. Ninja name Suzuri Isaku. And I'll be honest with you, this design is absolutely fire. Like, I'm just being genuine, not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not picking a bias on this one. That design looks fire. The hair length, the multicolored it looks like from the hair, just kind of chilling back with the books, and looks like, I don't know, I love it. And there's a cat, which we already know Ikamoto is just a massive connoisseur of loving cats and stuff like that. Looks great. Like this right here, I get why Ikamoto picked. I get why he picked the last one. I think the story behind it was very intriguing. This one right here, design wise, Mina did her thing times 1,000. Then we got the ninja description. Belongs to the Hidden Leaf Village. Alongside his ninja work, he writes under a pseudonym and has many readers both inside and outside the village. Due to the nature of his jutsu, he dislikes restrictions on his life and actions that come from being deeply involved with confidential information and important figures. Therefore, he uses village-affiliated intermediaries for accepting missions, communicating with clients, and receiving goods, ensuring he doesn't acquire more information than necessary. He has a lone wolf temperament and doesn't desire deep connections with others, but he enjoys entertaining people, which led him to start writing. His representative work, the scroll-style short story collection Maki Monogatari Volumes 1 through 3 published, is selling well both inside and outside the village. And his jutsu name, Senbiki, Selection Secret Record, a jutsu that allows only the owner of the registered chakra to view the contents written on a medium, such as a paper or an object. When chakra is read by the medium imbued with the jutsu, the user can sense it. Okay, so this is more like a secret intel type of story with this character. And here's the creation or the version done by Ikemoto. Honestly, Ikemoto stood very faithful to Mina's original art, so props to him, and just shows how much he appreciated Mina's original art. It looks great, honestly. Like, it's fantastic. I really like the story of the previous one, and I like the design and story of this one. The other one obviously hits a little more closer to home, the whole music and stuff like that mixture, and this one is just, it's fire. Either way, I get why these two were chosen as the fan entries to kind of become canonized into the Boruto lore. And Ikemoto's comment: first and foremost, the ability settings for selection secrets are fantastic, although somewhat complex. I think complex is usually a good thing, you know. A little bit of a complex fellow here. The explanations are concise and easy to understand, and they really sink in. Specific usage examples are listed, making it easy to visualize. The character designs are also great. The cat is great too. This person is practically a regular in this project. I wonder if they'll draw a manga for us. I'd love to read one. With that, we've nominated these two ninja as Star Ninja. Yo, that is like the utmost compliment that you could get. So shout outs to both of these entries. This is very interesting. I'll try to run through all of the entries that they got. Let's try and do it in like less than 60 seconds. We got one posted by Rain, ninja name Norimaki Kappa. Okay, looks like a penguin or something. We got posted by Hatake Kurumi, ninja name Mero Me. That sounds like a One Piece fan all the way. Posted by Limitless Housewife, ninja name Shikodeki Ayaka. That's a pretty cool design, I'm not gonna lie. Posted by Ali. So yeah, we got posted by Ali, ninja name Kaiji. I ain't gonna lie, that's a pretty cool design. Give a shout outs to Ali there. That was a cool design. Then we got posted by Yakobu-san, ninja name Haregarasu. Okay, that looks cool. Posted by Leon, ninja name Bishin Harin. I ain't gonna lie, that design does look cool. Posted by Lies Legrib. What the heck? Renji? Okay. That looks like one of the Otsutsuki or one of the Divine Tree people. Posted by Chima-chan, ninja name Ghetto Aina. And it's a rap. I ain't gonna lie, the art is incredible. Kind of looks like Naruto with the whiskers or his sexy jutsu form mixed with like maybe Ino and a big ass rabbit. That design is awesome. Whoever did the art is phenomenal for that one. We got posted by Pretz, Shimai Shichiro. Okay. Not a fan of that one, I'll be honest with you. No disrespect. Posted by Me-kun. Okay, by Me-kun, ninja name Hekireki Raika. And okay, it's like a big electric socket. And again, the art looks fire. Kind of reminds me of, what's his name? Kaminari from Boruto. No, not Kaminari from Boruto. Kaminari from Boruto. From My Hero Academia. We got posted by Kodo-san, ninja name Onpa Nanami Rankaku. We got posted by Don Babebu, ninja name Chain. Oh gosh, very creative design, I'll say that. And I also like the cross on the face in the shape of the ninja headbands, and the red hair is a nice touch as well. Ball and chain though, jeez. Posted by Hakamada-san, ninja name Shuju Ruri. That's a cool little design. Posted by Watage-san, ninja name Haro Nagisa. A little voluptuous there. Okay. Then we got posted by Ina Kamachi, ninja name Megari Zashi. That kind of looks like that dude Kobu in a way. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm not a Kobu fan. And yeah, those are all of the entries that were there, but the first two are the ones that actually won the contest and are official Boruto stars. Okay, moving forward, bit of controversy on this side of things regarding this anime in particular, because a certain series was announced for their season 3 release date, and the publisher that announced it, I want to say was a French publisher, actually messed up and shouldn't have said anything, because yeah, not only was it not their place to announce it, but they had to backtrack and everything, because yeah, Dandadan season 3, you know, it was already announced that it's happening, but there hasn't been any official release date, and let's get into the details. Dandadan season 3's release date might have leaked, and it's sooner than expected. Dandadan season 3 was reportedly in production since the second season of the anime came to an end in September 25, and its production was finally confirmed December 25, along with 2027 premiere, while an exact release date and precise release window have yet to be announced. An apparent accidental leak from one of the anime's major production committee may have revealed when exactly the series is set to return. The potential leak stems from Animation Digital Network, a French-based company that serves as a primary distributor for the anime across major European regions, while also handling its localization. In a post commemorating the 1-year anniversary of the Dandadan Season 2 episode featuring the transform fight between Gigi and Okarun, ADN also expressed its excitement for the anime's third season in January 2027. However, after fans picked up on the post and grew excited over the apparent release window, ADN deleted the tweet containing that information. Shortly after, the company published another post stating that it does not have a confirmed release date yet and that the mention was an oversight. While ADN retracted its statement, it strongly hints that Dandadan Season 3 will indeed premiere winter 27, and it also aligns with the anime's production pattern. Since Animation Digital Network is heavily involved in the anime's production committee, it may already have information that Dandadan Season 3 is indeed arriving January 27, making the post an accidental leak. What supports this claim is the fact that the Dandadan anime has consistently followed a production pattern of around a year before a new season arrives. The first season was announced in November 23 and premiered 11 months later in October 24. Meanwhile, the second season, which considered the second core of the first season, arrived just 6 months later. Therefore, since the third season has... I ain't gonna lie, they're confusing the crap out of me while I'm saying this. Therefore, since the third season has reportedly been in production since the second season ended September last year, it suggests a winter 27 release was always the plan. That said, the release window has yet to be officially confirmed, and if the series takes longer, Science Sato may instead be planning a longer 24-episode season. If that is the case, the anime could arrive a year from now, July 27, as part of the summer season running through the rest of the year. In any case, Dandadan Season 3 is confirmed to premiere sometime next year, meaning its official release window could be announced at any time. Based on ADN's accidental post, the chances of a January 2027 premiere appear to be high. Dandadan Season 3 is set to be one of the biggest anime launches of 27, and its arrival in January would help balance the year's release schedule. Otherwise, the fandom could be overwhelmed by the stacked lineup of anime, especially in the latter half of the year. And essentially, yeah, they spoke way more than they should have, and they had to clear that up real quick, and you know what I'm saying, do what they did, but more than likely it's coming in January. If they said that, probably they thought. And regardless of what, I'm looking forward to this thing, because Dandadan is really fire. It's interesting, it's funny as heck, and yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this next season. Moving forward, Demon Slayer fans, I got some great news for you guys. Demon Slayer fans could get a major update on Infinity Castle Part 2 this December. It took 1 year for the first installment of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Trilogy to finally confirm a streaming date. While the film initially hit Japanese theaters July 25, it made its global debut in September of the same year. However, because of the long theatrical run and the re-releases, the streaming dates kept getting pushed back. The film will finally begin streaming July 28th, 2026 at 8 a.m. PT. While Crunchyroll is the major streaming hub for the anime, Netflix is also bringing the film to fans in regions across Asia, excluding Japan, mainland China, and India. Following the Hashira training arc, Ufotable confirmed that the anime will adapt the Infinity Castle arc in a trilogy film. It's the longest and most intense arc of the series, where the Demon Slayers fight against all the upper moons. Even after a year since the first part's debut, the animation studio has yet to share any updates on the upcoming films. However, December is going to be a crucial month for anime and manga fans. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is one film going to watch. This one, this is imperative to watch this. Up to this point, seeing everything of Demon Slayer, didn't get to get that in theaters or whatnot. I was busy. What do you want from me? But yeah, Crunchyroll, going to be checking that out, going to be watching that film, looking forward to it. Heard nothing but incredible praise, and very much so excited for this. Demon Slayer hitting Crunchyroll. Let's freaking go. Finally, this movie. I will say that when it comes to Ufotable, those films, not only are they worth streaming, but they're also worth purchasing on physical if you know, are into this thing and you enjoy it. There's certain things that it's just like, it's beyond worth the money. And in general, support what you love. If there's something that you genuinely love and you can't afford to support it, pick up a physical product of it or whatnot, do so. You know, this digital era of everything going to digital and nobody thinking of owning anything is ridiculous. Just a side note there. Again, if you can afford to. If you can't, that's okay too. And last but not least, we got an update on the Fairy Tail return. The Fairy Tail series return. Fairy Tail returns in 1 week with Fairy Tail Fantasia, a new manga miniseries by Hiro Mashima, and they put out a logo. It's Fairy Tail Fantasia. And yeah, we for the most part already knew what it was going to be, and as far as like seemingly it's supposed to be more so Luxus based story. Not sure how far that's gonna go, because just being honest with you, I think most people are like, yo, Luxus, cool beans, yo, great. We really want to see the other cast, and in particular many fans really want, you know, Natsu and Lucy. And with all the hubbub of what Hiro's been saying lately, we want, you know, a development and advancement of Natsu and Lucy's relationship. Like, yo, bruh, it's very clear as day, they both, you know what I'm saying. But even more so, we got another update in the world of how long this thing is going to run for, because it's called a mini series, so to speak. It's a short-term run, and pretty much from this image that we got, it was a promotional image. It'll be going for, because it says I think like 9 weeks, so essentially Fairy Tail Fantasia will be going for 9 weeks, so roughly about 9 chapters. That's about a volume, so it's about a volume's worth of material, so you're getting one brand new Fairy Tail volume. And honestly, personally, I think, because if you remember correctly, the current monthly series that Hiro Mashima is doing, initially that wasn't supposed to be a long-running thing. Like, the monthly series he's doing right now, which honestly haven't read it in a long time, and just, yeah, supports the hero, but this one in particular, I don't know. But either way, Hiro Mashima doing that monthly series was not supposed to go for, like, it was supposed to be a short run. And basically, I don't know if he fell in love with the story or what happened there, that he's still working on that. So there's a possibility that if this thing is successful, this Fantasia thing, if, you know, everybody really supports it and there's massive interest, Hiro Mashima might double take and be like, okay, you know, yeah, I really want the fairy tale back. Not the whole Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, which I've heard nothing but great things, but yeah, I want the genuine story. So definitely support and, you know, let people know, spread the word and all that good stuff. Fairy Tail Fantasia, 9 weeks run, probably about 1 volume worth of material. Very much so excited for it. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Fairy Tail is on the rise, and I'm happy to be a part of, you know what I'm saying, letting you guys know. Yeah, honestly, Fairy Tail, oh my god, just such a great series. The music is great, like from anywhere the anime's first opening to that song, Believe in Myself, Kono Sekai de. Yeah, I could sing. Yo, what up? But yeah, people, that's all we have for this episode of Forever News. Let me know most interested story for you, thing that caught your interest the most, what you were most excited about, what your thoughts on the Dandadan thing you think is truly coming January. How do you feel about those 2 Boruto stars that are officially canonized to the story of Boruto? You checking out that Demon Slayer movie when it hits Crunchyroll? And Fairy Tail Fantasia, are you yay or nay? Are you supporting it? Personally, want to see this thing succeed and want to see the return of Fairy Tail, the true Fairy Tail. But that's all I have for this one. I'm Tim. Thanks for watching, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Peace in. Oh yeah, you watched another episode of Forever News. Have an awesome day, y'all. I don't need nobody else. Just want you to myself.